Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's edition of the 5D News Show. We're very excited to be sharing tonight's show with all of you. I'm Julie from Maison Jupiter, and I'm here with my amazing, beautiful sister, Sophie. How are you, Sophie?
I'm really happy whenever you do that. So I'm really good, thank you. And I hope everybody is doing fine as well. It's going to be a fun show tonight. I sense it.
Yeah, you don't know anything about the questions, but you have a good feeling. Me too. I have a really good feeling. So thank you so much. I want to say to everybody who supported the show in every way and sending your questions and sending some likes and viewing the show. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We're very, very happy with this one. We're having a lot of fun producing it. And I had a lot of question suggestions. So I took a few from you guys. And of course, you can add your question suggestions into the community. I'll put the link down below to make sure that you are part of our amazing Maison Jupiter community. And this is where I take most of the questions. So some people leave it in the comments sometimes, but I try to read the comments, all of them, but sometimes it's easier to have them all in one place. So the community is the place to go. Do make sure you hit the like before we start if you do enjoy this formula, and make sure also you are subscribed to our channel. We are simulcasting this show on YouTube and on Rumble. So October 24th already, we just stepped into Scorpio season. We just did an amazing show, a deep dive on Scorpio season, Halloween, Samhain, the Day of the Dead. And we tried to elevate the energy as much. So go check out this show. It was a really, really good one. So now with more of the news portion, I'd like to start by, and Sophie has no clue what I'm about to ask her. So this news dropped recently about Liam Payne, who lost his life. And a bunch of videos popped on different social media about him being well aware of what was going on in the PDD parties. And now he's sharing an anecdote about going to one party and trying to talk to Jay-Z. And everybody's was like, no, don't talk to Jay-Z. And he was like very candidly and openly talking about that, where you see like, I believe it's Salma Hayek in the video. She's a bit uncomfortable because I think like he was a bit naive, or maybe going a little bit too far about like what he's sharing about those very secretive parties. So I'd like to ask, let's start at the very beginning, because although a lot of people seem to have their own theories about what happened, it's always good to verify with our own channel here, the amazing Sophie. So let's start by asking the cards, was Liam Payne's death a disguised homicide?
Okay. Ooh, big guns. Okay.
Yeah, we're starting strong tonight.
Why not? First of all, there is a lot of protection around this question. So this is already telling us a lot. Let's just
protection in the sense
of not able to connect easily to that energy. So that is probably a protection of energetic protection around this question. So nobody is able to have the right intuition or the right cards. So that means I'm going to take more time with this. Let's just use a dark deck to fit with this. Let's use my zombie deck, and it's going to be able to go in this energy more easily. So let's go and ask the question. Thank you. I asked my guides to help me through this question. And first of all, the card that is reversed is a very interesting one, because yes, it says the Invisible Man, but do you see this portion of it where we have the official, the coroners, the investigation with the test, and the testing of the blood and everything? This is interesting, and we have it reversed. I'm going to pay attention to which card goes with it. So far, I have I don't have this 2 rows that I always take, but just with the first one, we have grief, the end. So the death is real. There is no masquerade around this, but we do have a mask. So we may have what you suggested. I'm going to take the second row.
And I use the word disguised. Homicide, and we have the mask.
The Sun card with the end card, basically. What goes with this card of coroner and testing in reverse. The Page of Wands. And then what we have as the Mask card. The Chariot. And we do have a coffin that is in this chariot. Okay, so I know there's a lot of people that doesn't want me to say those things, but I would say yes. I would say there is a covering here. And I would say there is a lot of money involved, but I mean a lot and a lot. Why? Is because I just took extra cards to have extra meanings on this. I have 888, which is the symbol of the infinity. So the amount of money, you cannot even imagine what is the amount. And we had media was bought. The media was bought. Do you see how we had to have this deck to have this particular picture here with this Hierophant? The media was bought. The coroner was bought. Why the coroner? We had that card in reverse, and we have this one also here. So yes, a big cover up.
Okay, can we ask why him? Why was he? Why did he have to go? What's the reason?
I'm going to ask, but I just want to show you once more that card of the Chariot, because I should have. Let's just, where is it now? Oh no, where is it now? I'm sorry about this.
Guys, it doesn't want
I know.
itself.
I know. Well, if I don't find it soon, I will just let it go. But this card of the Chariot that I showed you had, I don't see it. So it had the car with the coffin in it, right? But it was in a cemetery, and there was a lot of people. There was those zombies, but anyway, it's people that the car had run over. So we see that whoever is in the way is going to be made as not an obstacle anymore. So let's take more cards with this.
With what you just said, I just had like a download also that could it be also like all the people in the music industry that have died before him that he was about to maybe reveal some information about?
Okay, let's take cards on this. This card is still hiding, so a lot of energy in this question. So which one first? Which question first? Okay.
You decide.
Okay, I asked what is this energy around this, just to go with general in case we miss anything. And the first message that we have 4 cards about, we have moving on, we have transformation, we have getting closer, communication and distance, and we have traveling. So those cards are just to confirm that this soul has passed to the other side and that he is safe now. So let's continue with what is the energy around this, and let's get some information about this. We have control about the money and a man in particular with a partner that is extremely loyal, that is involved with this. It says that they needed to protect for their future, basically, to be a star, so celebrities. And why him in particular? Because he was easy. They thought he was just easy to push out of the way. they didn't know that they would have a lot of suspicion. They didn't know that it was going to be a lot of people talking about this. And we do have communication. So we see that this person had talked too much and already had been warned about this. So to not talk more. And it says, outside of the box rebel, this person didn't care and continued to do it. And because of it, it caused trouble. So we have hiring somebody to do the deed.
Okay, the cards are very precise now. Thank you so much. Okay, and then I'd like to know what's...
sorry, I have to cut you there. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Underneath the deck, we have this card of offering the drink. And it was mentioned by some media that you had been drinking. So it was inside of the drink what killed him.
Oh, okay. Because when you showed that, like, I had a whole other train of thoughts come in about another substance.
Okay.
That maybe they offered him and he refused, or he refused to be a part of this network.
That could be both, you know?
Yeah,
like, absolutely both. It says that, yeah, I see the substance you're talking about with this one, with having luck suddenly and a big career. But yeah, I think he said no to this. But I do continue to see that in this, there is the crime. Yeah. Do you see both sides? So this is what I was saying.
Double confirmation.
Yeah, and this is your side where we have easy and luck, where everything becomes suddenly you're lucky and people supporting you, right? And on my side of it, we have this is how the deed was done.
Wow. Okay, very clear. What's Simon Cowell's role within the dark cult of the music industry? I saw a lot of talk around him lately.
Don't tell me anything because I don't know anything. So,
and to be honest, like, I don't really fully understand why people talk about him so much. So let's see what the cards have to say.
So I will show the pictures, but I read it a little bit different than just the pictures. But it says that he is stuck with this because of either a contract with someone.
Yeah.
I do see this. We have the marriage card. Let me just show it to you. We have the marriage card. So it could be a wife that is in this, or it could be a commitment that is signed officially. Yeah. So we do have some kind of commitment, so we cannot get out of it. So it could still be a partner because we have this twice that is keeping him stuck in it. But we do have mute and we do have disengage. So I don't see him really involved or actually being in those values. It's more a question of being stuck, but it will speak up. We have sacred. Okay. So this is card of priority and sacred. I have chills, and we have clarity and new information. Yeah, it will speak up.
Okay. Well, from what I'm getting, and let me know down in the comments below, because like you guys might be more informed than I am, but I understood that Liam was discovered on X Factor and Simon Cowell was one of the producers. So I guess they might still be under contract together. So that's why, like, he might be coming up now around his death. And it might also be there probably was like an issue around contracts about these artists that are starting from a reality shows that are bound forever. Like we see it often in the music industry when you sign with a label or something, they're slaves to that label. Like Prince wrote slave on his cheek at some point, and we know like a lot of musical artists that try to get out of those contracts. So it might also be something that is happening at the same time.
So for sure, we are going to have more clarity, new information coming out about his role and about his partnerships. It may be also linked, we don't know, but it may be also linked with linking him with others, because he started the whole thing, the whole journey with X Factor. He was part of it. So linking Liam with other people, that could have been his role with this too, as a commitment, because we have the commitment card.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you so much for bringing some light into this situation. And let's hope and let's send energy all together that the musical artists can be free from the dark cult and can be recognized for the artists that they are without having to do bad deeds and be signed under those people that mistreat them.
Yesterday, you talked about we're going to see a urge. How do you say that? A big spike, let's say, of masculine toxicity before it's being released. Do you think this is what we are going to experience?
Let's ask the cards. Let's say, why is this coming up right now? Why is this story about like reality shows and the music, the dark side of the music industry coming up now?
It says that instead of contract and extreme loyalty, we're going to have independence in the future, and this is going to break this in a very powerful way, where people are going to see very badly and negatively if you have a contract that is limited, and everybody is just going to be independent.
Wow, this is such good news for artists, especially for musical artists, because like it was very, very hard, almost impossible for artists, musical artists, to be famous without being in this dark cult and having like really bad contracts. And we know like your favorite one also, Elvis, had a really bad contract and was enslaved by his producer for such a long time. Wow, this is such good news. Thank you. And now we will switch gears and talk about something that was sent to me about Antarctica, which is very fascinating. So the video is in French, but it doesn't matter because we're only going to look at the images. And I don't know if I can make it this bigger. So next time I'll have a better video, guys, but this is what we're going to work with today. So just watch, because there's a boat that is moving forward, and I'll put this on. No, the guy isn't speaking French, so it doesn't really matter. So it says here that a secret video was leaked about Antarctica, and it became very viral on TikTok. This was like repeated on Facebook. So there's this boat that is about to go in this kind of grotto, I guess. And watch, because it seems to be an unedited video. And when the boat comes on the other side of that tunnel, it's very, very, very interesting. And we're going to ask the cards about that. So watch this. We're about to go on the other side of that tunnel. So we're likely in another world. And as you can see, there's something very weird in the background, which like resembles a planet or a structure. I'm not really sure of what this is, to be honest, but it's very weird. So we just changed climate very drastically. So, okay, let's start by, is it true that Antarctica is a passageway to another world?
Okay. So far we have yes and no. So I'm just going to take a second row.
And if it's a no, is it like a passageway to an inner Earth or another type of oasis?
So what I have is 6 of Wands, 3 of Cups, the Page of Wands, 2 of Cups, 5 of Cups. And those cards for me represents that, I'm just going to say it before I show it, just because I will lose it otherwise. It's basically that it's privately owned. So it's a private land. It's not something you can, it's not public.
Yep.
Okay, I want to hear about this after. And it says that you need permit for most places. Okay, I didn't know about this. They are hidden a lot of stuff there. And there is a lot of rich people hiding there for some reason.
Okay, all of what you said, I heard before. She seems surprised, so it's always a good hint, a good sign.
Why?
Okay, so what I've heard way before seeing this video is that Antarctica, well, first of all, you cannot go to Antarctica just like that. It's really, really hard. I'm not quite sure who this is the property of. Is it NASA? Is it the Army? Is it NATO?
It's like Army and plus, like CIA and plus.
Yeah. So this is very secret. And it's not just somewhere you can say like, oh, I'm going to Alaska, I'm going to Antarctica. No, you need like some kind of, I guess, clearance and permit. So you're totally on point with that. For a long time, there has been rumors that Antarctica is a portal or a gateway into other galaxies, other star system. Some people were talking about Aldebaran. But seeing this video, well, can we just ask the card if this video is real?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm just going to use a different deck because I have like 4 decks in front of me. So let's see. Empress reverse. So there was not editing about it.
Beautified.
Yeah, let's just see if this is actually Antarctica. That's the only thing that we need to make sure of because it could have been filmed anywhere. It says no. It says no.
Okay.
But I think there's a lot of information in it that is true, in a sense that I do think there is a face of it, and I will let you continue. I'm sorry. There's a face of it that is public of Antarctica, and there's a face of it that is not public.
Mm-hmm.
I do see the energy of Hitler and things like that in it. Okay.
Okay.
And I want to take one more card just for the off-worlders, but I will let you continue with what you were saying.
Okay. So many things in my head right now. Okay. It brings me to a lot of theories about how Antarctica was actually a portal, I guess like a Stargate, a portal in order to get to, some people said the moon, some people said Aldebaran. And the connection with Aldebaran is that after or during the Second World War, apparently Hitler was one of the leaders that is connected to off-world groups, in like bad off-world groups. And I don't want to get into too much theories, but some people in the ET community named that the Dark Fleet. And apparently they constructed their base in Antarctica, and also they had a straight connection to Aldebaran, which was a colony for people during and after World War II. So apparently those people, the Nazis that were executed or died, did not really die. They went there. So do you want to talk about that, or do you want me to ask questions?
I get this when I ask about off-worlders. I get the same card I just did in the little small card. I get the 7 of Cups reverse. So now 2 different decks has the same card to explain what is there. The 7 of Cups reverse, the Magician, and the 4 of Sword. So it sounds like it is, for me, how I see this is, oh my God, I have it in French only.
Go ahead. I'll try.
Hors tax.
Duty free?
Yeah, the duty free before you move on to another place. It's like a place where it's neutral and people can meet with a neutral land in a neutral space.
For off-worlders to come to make agreements.
even if it's not off-worlders, people here that are in power can meet there to make off-the-record meetings, and it's very much a place of no control of like your status is not important there. Everybody is the same.
Okay, that makes sense. And is there an actual gateway to another place outside of Earth?
No, but there is everything for transportation in and out, but
So
it's
a
not.
base.
Yeah, but it's not like you have a magic portal or
Yeah.
something.
Okay, it's not like a magic tunnel and poof, you're in another star system, but there are ships ready to take you.
There is everything, many means of transportation different that are there. Yeah.
Woo, fascinating. Okay, let us know if you'd like us to do like a deep dive on Antarctica, because I feel like we've just scratched the surface of this amazing subject. Thank you so much. Okay, I've come across another post which I've seen a couple of times, but for some reason this came into my field of awareness in the past week, and I thought that was a sign that we needed to talk about it. So okay, let's see this video first, and then I'll ask you some questions, and then I hope the sound.
They've been hiding this from you. During the 1900s, bells around the world were all collected and destroyed. Governments claimed it was due to the metal shortage during the world wars. However, it is believed that there is a much more sinister motive. Bells are powerful tools. They are not just signals that another hour has passed. These bells clear negative energy, raise vibrations, and connect us with higher realms. Fully aware of this, they were destroyed to suppress human awakening and maintain control over our collective consciousness.
Okay, so this is not the end of the video. So this is fascinating, right? Because like I've listened to many bells around my home, and with Elena we did a lot of clearing using sound recently and bells that I bought in Peru. So my question would be, why were those bells eradicated from most churches and cathedrals?
Okay, so there was a card that was turned. Let me just show you. It's the card of aggressivity.
Okay.
And it's called the attack of this 50-foot tall woman. So this is talking about something high in altitude. Well, high in altitude, you know what I mean. And then we have the mask. And we have boundaries, invasion, and defense. So this talks about the war. Let's just pull some more cards to have clarity. Let's go with a very high vibrational deck. 7 of Wands. We have Justice. We have 2 of Wands. King of Cups. 8 of Wands. Page of Pentacles. There's a lot of different things in it. I'm not sure they have the full story. It actually says that there was a revenge done on church by government to change the power. So they wanted to be the one to call the shot a little bit more and to remove some of the power from the churches. So something was done where we had, I don't know what, but we had a shift of power, and removing the bells was a revenge on the churches. Let me just see what is the effect of the bell themselves. The devil.
So when you talk about like removing negative energy, that kind of makes sense. Or
I'm not so sure. I think not all bells are about this. I think when it's really used in a powerful way. Intentions matter. I think that's the thing. Intentions matters. And it was to regroup people, remind them of their servitude. It was like a company in a sense, because it was a place of power where you would go and give your money and the power and everything. So yeah, go ahead.
So I'm just so excited. So the devil in the cards is basically like they used it as a tool of power, the bells, right?
They use it as a tool, but not all of
Not
the
all
bells.
are good, not all are bad.
Exactly.
But that makes sense because sound is attuned to a certain frequency.
Yeah.
So meaning that possibly some bells were attuned to a frequency of getting more control over the population by the church, and some other bells might have been more attuned to the frequency of liberation, right?
Exactly. I just split the deck in two and I take two cards. Some are very spiritual for the spiritual awakening and what you just said, to clear bad energy. Others are all about power and staying in place and having money and accumulating wealth and having that kind of place. So, so there was something that the metal was needed. They could have chosen something else. They chose this to get a revenge over church, to take the power away from them.
But that makes sense, because if it was being used as the church as a tool of control, some of the bells, let's say, to have more control over the population, for them to pay more dime, is that how we say it in English? The governments were like, whoa, they're getting too much power, so let's take those tool of enslavement away. If those bells were attuned to a frequency of control, let's say.
And I took one card just to see what was the problem between government and church at that time. We have 9 of Pentacles. They were becoming too independent for the government. And we can see it in history. Throughout history, we can see that the kings had to rely on the Pope for some decision. We know Henry VIII and etc. So the bells and churches, there is some, they're good, there is some bad. It serves a purpose of hope, of faith, of maintaining the peace, having support in the community. Some are good, some are bad. But at that time, government said, you know what, the power is really too much in your side. Let's just remove this.
Okay. Surprising, but very, very on point, I believe. Wow, that makes sense. Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about Larimar. And I love this picture that Tim posted in the community. So thank you for that beautiful picture. And he said, when I think about the Maison Jupiter community wearing their Larimar. So, and the question that goes with this image is from Tim again. Since Larimar is only found in the Dominican Republic, and that was the heart of Atlantis, allegedly, is Larimar a remnant of a giant crystal that powered Atlantis?
Let's use the mermaid deck for this.
Okay.
And let's see. Wow, okay. Yes. And it serves as a protection. So this is, we have masculine energy.
Let me put my Larimar rings right now.
We have the masculine energy here that is very strong. And one of the qualities of the masculine energy is the protection. So we have a divine timing, meaning that wearing or being around Larimar is going to carry some of the same vibration that was there during Atlantis and provide that kind of safety and security for those who are wearing it that resonate with this frequency. We have the fear, where the fear is not going to be able to get in that stone or around it. It transforms everybody that is wearing it into someone that can fight more easily what is around them in the physical and in the 5D energy. We do have that it's not the first version of this, so I really see that it's coming from like you said, a crystal or something else. It's the second version of it. So we have contemplation. It was put there basically to remind us and help us to remember those times. So we are reconnecting with our power, with this energy. It protects us. Not everybody will love it. Not everybody will wear it. If you feel guided and if you like it, it's because you had potentially more lives in Atlantis and you're more connected, and it's going to be super powerful on you.
Woo! Wow, I did not foresee that answer. Thank you so much for the question. Thank you, Sophie. Okay, so did the survivors of Atlantis go to Egypt, or did a portion of the Atlantean survivors go to Egypt?
Which city again?
There are many, not just Memphis.
Let's see. So some traveled, yes. It sounds like a yes so far with this one. We do have the fear, so that means that they had to travel from one place to another. When it comes to Egypt itself, we do see yes. This card means yes. And it says that they finally stayed in that place. So this is stuck in time, frozen in time. So they stayed in that place, but they had to try many locations before, and then they settled in Egypt. And the reason why, it's because they had a higher learning and they had a faith that resonated with them. So they were able to stay there and make a life there.
Oh, that's interesting. Thank you for that. And of course, we have still the promotion on this beautiful course. So if you'd like to connect to your past life gifts from Atlantis, if you do resonate with having past lives there, or Lemuria, we are relearning in this period of time to regain our very wide perception. So Solreta just put up an amazing course on the Maison Jupiter Academy, how to learn to see auras. So having a broader perspective, being able to see the true intention behind people, behind intentions, projects. So she put up a fantastic course, which is her own original material. So she teaches how a few different, let's say, tools of how to see auras, how to build your own perception, and how to develop your third eye and your intuition, which is very, very much needed right now. So we have a special 50% off promotion until October 27. Only a few days left if you'd like to take advantage in learning from the best. So 50% off with the code AURA50. All right, let's continue on our journey of questioning. I love this show. I'm having so much fun. All right, technology. So you and I, Sophie, before knowing about the side effects of DNA harvesting, we did a DNA test.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I've learned a whole bunch of information that some companies use this nefariously. Mm-hmm. And we just have this news breaking a few weeks ago. So the company 23andMe settles data breach lawsuit for $30 million. So of course, it means that it has been going for a while before the lawsuit reaches the end. And this is not too long ago, maybe a little over a month ago. So 23andMe is one of the websites that offers this DNA how do we, not DNA harvesting, but DNA analysis. Thank you. So, and of course, the rumors around those companies were that some of those companies, I don't know if it's all of them or just a portion of them, use this DNA in order to maybe scan if there are star seeds, what kind of DNA, and also rumors say that it might have been also to be able to clone some of us, mm-hmm. different DNA. So in the article here, they say that it leaked because some customers with Chinese and Ashkenazi Jewish ancestry were particularly interesting for some hacker to see this, let's say, DNA lineage. So I found out very interesting that even in the article from Reuters, they talk about like they were interested by only several branches of DNA. Okay, so let's start by asking, are those companies such as 23andMe, Ancestry, what are they really doing with our DNA?
Okay, it's flipped. Oh, I don't like to see this one. I don't like to see this one either. And then we have reinvention. This is cloning. And we have suspense. It looks bad. And then we have shadow of a doubt. So this is meaning that we have more coming out. This is not the end.
And that our doubts are actually backed by by truth.
Well, yeah. I mean, there is more information that is going to resurface, and we're not seeing all. Wow. Okay, let's take more cards. We have a Page of Swords. So they are studying basically. What can I say here?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say that our fluids, that is red, is very interesting to recreate some, but particularly some of the people. So probably the two that they mentioned. It says that they have been unsuccessful to create the right kind yet. And the reason why they are looking for this, it is like a cloning, reincarnation thing, very strange. Bring back to life some people. This is really intense. So, okay, ask me all the questions after. I'm just going to look at the rest, what they are doing with our DNA. So some part of it is just really to see where we're from, and it's just to map the world. We have this. Then we have Queen of Cups reverse and the Empress reverse with 9 of Swords. It's to study where they can send viruses and everything, where we're going to be more vulnerable. And yeah, basically where we're going to be more vulnerable to the next attack, depending on our DNA, and to create stuff that are not going to be harming those who they don't want to hurt. So people are targeting specific people to be removed. So
yeah, like it has been done many times in the story of this earth, like wiping down different genetics or different populations, depending on if they're able to control them or not.
Yeah, but this sounds more like I'm sending my army troops in that spot. Let me make something that is not going to be hurting my army.
Yeah.
And hurting the people that are living in that place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was one of the theories of the virus that came in 2020, that it was designed to hurt some populations, whereas not so hurtful for others.
Yeah.
Depending on your genetics. Okay. Next question. Are they, well, okay, so there's a bunch of answers that you just gave us right now. Are they using people's DNA for making hybrids?
It says no. It says they're creating a new kind. So in a sense, it means yes, but I'm just going to give you exactly what I have. I'm getting a no to that question, but it says they're creating a new kind to be able to sustain the new vibration, the new place, the new land, the new quality of life, there's something that not all of us will be able to survive, and that is what they're researching.
Okay. Okay. I'm not sure if I want to ask further question. What is this event?
Do I really want to know? Oh, God. Okay, so it starts with the economy going down. And then it starts with off-worlders coming in. And I don't think it's going to be the kindest of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a fresh new start at this planet. So somewhere along the way, there's a wiping of a lot of people. And right now, it's a time where everything is the big tests in terms of karma and destiny.
Okay. What can we do on a practical level?
Yep, I like that.
To make sure that we adapt in the best way possible to this transition.
Okay. So we keep seeing those cards over and over again, but we're not going to manifest the best if we're not together as one. People need, again, and I don't know why, but it's the same message every time we ask. We need to be stronger together. Mm-hmm. So there is a real reason why, and the next card I will explain, we have 3 cards. There is a real reason why government is trying to split us apart with sports theme, with opinions on debate, or with things, gender, abortion, etc. There's a big reason for this. It's because when we are as one, we're super strong.
Mm-hmm.
And we can derail the whole thing. It says that we need to heal from our karmic wounds. This is karmic partner, but we need to, with the full moon, it says we need to heal from our karmic wounds and come as one together. Forget about differences and just understand that we're all human beings and we all want to create the best.
That's really interesting. And okay, so on the outer level, it seems like, yes, we have to collaborate, work as one, because together we're unstoppable, we're stronger, so we can be stronger than anything nefarious. But in my opinion, that starts with doing self-work, because if you have a lot of, and you talked about karmic patterns and karmic blockages, let's say if we have an inner block or an inner wound that is not tended to, then that can be mirrored in the outer world as conflict with other people, right? So what is the best form of inner work that we can do right now to prepare ourselves to work as one, collectively?
And I will add something on how to deal with those people that are not doing the work. Thank you. So in terms of inner world, oh my God, it's just this Pluto influence. We have the forgiveness card and we have to be reborn. So it's about transforming yourself and accepting that you can change and accepting the difference of others. And this is the contemplation. A lot of inner work needs to be done in meditation, transformation. You can do your astrology and look at your patterns in it. Do hypnosis and see past life or see your subconscious patterns. The more the more work you're doing on yourself, the more you're going to be able to get easily in this. And you're not responsible for the others who are not working on themselves. So all you can do to be in this energy of being as one in a community and blah, 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 is to, when you're going out there, just be patient with them. It's just a question of, you have a stranger that is really mean. You don't need to show the other cheek, but at least just not do not fuel this thing. Do not put
Do not feed the fire.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. So
The fire.
just to try to be patient and as kind as possible. And of course, we cannot in all situations is always extreme, but as much as possible.
Okay, so does that mean that people who are ready to move on to the new frequency or vibration, because we started this conversation talking about DNA, that some people would survive whatever event is happening and some people would not. So are we saying here that people who are doing work on themselves and are ready to adapt to the higher frequencies will survive?
So first of all, it's not going to be a change in the location where we live. It's not going to be a change in our life per se. It's more that the people in power are trying to wipe most of the population, and we can stop it. So this is a card of purge. This is a card of get out. We have in the middle of the night, we have victim, and we have allies. So this is what is going on. I just wanted to clarify what was that about, that change, before I look into what we need to do.
So basically they're using DNA as a tool to wipe us out.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily the answer, which is going to define who survives or who doesn't.
No. So yeah, okay. So to end their plan, we have the separation. We need to, this is my card for throat chakra. Don't ask me why. It's always the throat chakra card. And we have union. So always keep together, united as one, have a voice, and to break this plan, because it is going to be super powerful in the Aquarius era that we are entering, where it's going to be our heart leading the way. And yeah, the summer card is the safe passage. It's the star. And we have this Aquarius energy twice. So what I'm seeing in this is that it's not doom and gloom. Yeah. It's really, really about how we are doing every day ourselves, or work on ourselves and with others.
I love it. And I think like this is such a beautiful message, because every time we step into those really dark agenda, the answer from the cards is stick together. This is what's going to make us stronger. And it's like the way to rebel against all the divide and conquer agendas is by not abiding in any polarity, not feeding any kind of polarity that they're trying to sell us. Oh, if you believe in that, then you should be against those people who believe in this. So don't abide in those polarities. This is, I think, the highest frequency message that we seem to get from the cards. Okay, last question I want to ask, and then I'll ask about another subject. Are they tracking star seeds or important people from past lifetimes with the DNA?
Yeah, they're tracking everybody, in fact.
But are they tracking like specific starseed DNA? Let's ask.
They're tracking souls. So yes and no. The card that I have is Twin Flame. So that means that they're tracking. I use this card in this to see that they're tracking your soul, which incarnation in the same time is it on Earth at the same time. So if they have something against you and you have 20 incarnation in the same time, they're going to wipe out those 20. That's the plan.
Wow. Okay. Okay, let us know, guys, if you'd like us to do a special on that. That's awesome. Well, not awesome, but it's putting so much light in this subject. So can we say that it's unsafe to do DNA tests? Or maybe should I ask it in a positive manner? Should we keep away from making those DNA tests?
It says that there was a time where it was okay. The window is the window of time, a window of opportunity. Now we have being stuck. Elvis is stuck with ropes. So we have fear and tied up. So right now it's no longer good. It had a momentum where it was positive and serve a purpose. It's no longer the case. But I understand that for some people, with the karma of tracking down family and things like that, if you're feeling extremely called for it, do your own cards on this for your particular scenario, because I know it's helping people to reconnect or know who they are, their parents and their family. So you need to do your own cards for each specific case. But in the global answer, it's no, it's not safe.
Okay. Or ask Sophie in a one-on-one consultation if you cannot do the cards, or take her course. Okay, I love it. Last segment, because it's really important, in my opinion at least. We were able to view in the past days a comet, which is Atlas. It has a more complicated name, but so that was a very special event in the sky. Lots of people were able to see it depending on the luminosity where you are located. So I'd like to know with the cards, what's the effect energetically of this comet on us?
Okay. The name is already very interesting.
I'm sorry?
The name is already very interesting.
Atlas.
Do you know? No. But do you know Atlas from the mythology?
Which held like the globe on his shoulders?
The weight of the world on your shoulder. We're getting rid of the weight of the world in that Pluto ending karmic of finishing loops and everything. That's very interesting.
Okay, let's see what the cards have to say about that. What's the effect of that comet on us?
Talks about leaders and children, so I don't know yet where that's going.
Okay.
Let's see with the rest of the cards. It accelerated the death card. It accelerates the bad stuff here. So it accelerates this ending basically of a lot of bad stuff. Yeah, Temperance. It's not bringing anything positive at first sight, I would say. Ace of Pentacles reverse. It's not going to bring anything positive at first sight. It's just that things that are resisting to let go and to be purged are going to finally leave.
It's like an accelerator of that purge that we're already getting with Pluto changing signs.
Yeah. How crazy is this that Pluto has this amount of effect on us right now?
Well, it makes sense because I believe in the ancient times when they used to see comets, it was not a good omen, if I remember correctly. And let me know in the comments down below. But if I remember correctly, they used to see that like as, oof, we're in for a crisis or something of, let's say, a tough nature.
Yeah, because if you just take the symbology of that specific atlas, having the weight of the world, who has the weight of the world right now with the economy as is the middle class. The middle class is supporting the weight of the world that is increasingly heavy. And this is just accelerating this. And the people on top who are in that globe basically are going to have to have things to, how do you say that? Compte à rendre. What is it in English? Okay, right. We're in that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's not coming.
They're going to have to
answer to
answer
to people.
Yeah. Again, we see that big topic of the rebellion that can be coming with this Aquarius. Is it Aquarius the sign of rebellion?
Yes.
That's what I'm
Last
seeing.
time we had Pluto in Aquarius was the French Revolution.
that's what I'm sensing with this comet, is that the weight of the world is going to increase on the people, and we're going to have this acceleration of people coming together and not supporting anymore the 1% that it doesn't want to do anything.
The old system, or the centralized old system. I love it. So, okay, so it might look like everything is getting worse for a short period of time, but actually it's like accelerating the transition, which will force people to get together if they want to throw out the old system by the window.
Yeah, it's a tower moment. So we need this to be able to rebuild on positive ground.
Woohoo! Okay, and I don't know about you guys, but I've been every time Pluto has stepped into Aquarius, I've been seeing like tower moments in my life, and this one is no different. So 19th of November, we're gonna see the final move of Pluto leaving Capricorn for good and stepping into Aquarius. Okay, last question before we end this super interesting show, and let us know in the comments if you do enjoy, and of course don't forget to like this video. Okay, so someone commented, spill the tea all over me, 8 to 10. Thank you for this question. So they were saying, I hope you two talk about the second moon we are having for a few months. So I did find this video. So thank you. I wasn't aware of that particular news item. And of course, my video doesn't want to play anymore. So let's see. Yes. What's happening here? Okay. So for some reason, I'm unable to. Okay. So basically, they say that the gravity of the Earth temporarily is kind of encompassing another satellite, or so they call it like a mini moon event, and they say that usually it can happen. So we have like an object that's being thrown into Earth's gravity for a few months, which is kind of special and interesting, right? So I'd like to ask the cards with our last questions. What's the effect of this second moon? What is it going to change? Because we know that every object that we come in contact with in alignment in astrology has some kind of effect on us in the practical world. Yes.
Rebellion.
Okay.
Whoa.
It's activating the rebel gene.
Like I have 300 cards to pick from, you know it.
And we have this one.
The card of the rebel. And then we have the answer is no. We're not going to go with this people-pleasing energy anymore. This Elvis tied up is showing again because we have restrictions. And it says we have a window to act on it. And if I take another card, we have this soulmate coming together. But do you see this? I think that's the sun, how big it is. So we bring a light, which the moon is not bringing light. We bring a light to a situation, and we have this fire energy in as the rebellious nature. We show up with the intensity of wanting to purge, wanting to have clarity on stuff, and demanding that we are now switching how the power is done.
Okay. And is it helping for some reason soulmates and twin flames come together? Let's say sacred unions.
Not particularly, but the Age of Aquarius will do it for sure, but not this one. No.
Okay, it's more like activating the rebel gene.
Yeah, because the two card that I picked was mute and I will live in your heart forever. So it's not like coming together. It's more like I know you're there, you know I'm there, but it's nothing changing really.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Sophie, for an amazing amount of aha moments tonight. Let us know if you did enjoy the show in the comments below. Make sure to like this video, give us a thumbs up, make sure you are subscribed. And lastly, I want to say that if you'd like to book a one-on-one consultation with this amazing oracle, It's possible to do so. I will put the link down below, and don't forget Jupiter as your discount code to get 10% off your next reading. So you can have a 1-hour tarot reading or also a 1-hour past lives reading, depending on what you want it to be your focus. So do you have specific questions you want to ask, or do you want to, let's say, cut karmic patterns, cut karmic and karmic loops and move away? And by the way, I think that's kind of what the universe is pointing us towards to with the Scorpio season, Pluto, all of that energy that is kind of saying, hey, you need to let go of something if you want to manifest the best outcome for yourself. Well, thank you so much, Sophie. That was amazing. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you very soon. Have a beautiful rest of your evening. Bye-bye.